What's up, guys? Pickup video here for the last 2 weeks of November. Picked up quite a bit of stuff. Local game store had a good sale going, so I made some pretty good deals there. To get right to it here, first thing I picked up was this NES and a couple games here. A friend of the family actually came by and dropped this off. So I was pretty happy. Wasn't expecting it at all. Came with a couple games. Ended up being nothing that I didn't already have, which kind of sucks, but came with a controller, zapper, a manual for Mario Brothers Deluxe for the Game Boy Color. This is nice to see because it means that they've probably got a Game Boy Color around there somewhere too. Hopefully they'll come by with that someday. It came with a manual for the zapper too. The games are Friday the 13th, Mario Duck Hunt, Scheherazade, and Mario 3. The system's in good shape. I need to try it out yet. I'm sure I'll need to clean the pins, but there's another copy of Mario Duck Hunt in there too. That makes it about 12 copies for me now. Next thing I grabbed here was the Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword Collector's Edition. I ended up getting it for, I think, $62 after tax, so about the same price as it would have been for the regular edition. From Best Buy had a sale. This was probably in August or September to pre-order it. So it comes with the gold Wii remote and the music soundtrack. I'm going to keep the gold Wiimote in here. I've got, I think, 4 already, so I'll just keep that sealed. Real quick here with some strategy guides. I was at GameStop and they happened to have a copy of the hardcover guide, which I was pretty amazed by. These things sold out really quick. Extremely collectible, just like the Skyrim guide. This one is just as nice, not quite as big and as expansive as Skyrim. Well, neither is the game. So really nice guide, really helpful. I think it was only $24, which is pretty nice. As I said, these are sold out long ago, so to see it on the counter there, I was pretty amazed. I ordered one from Amazon, but I think I did it too late. It never shipped, and it's not going to ship at this point. So extremely happy to find that Dark Souls guide, hardcover, nice collector piece. At a local thrift store, I found a stack of decent gaming guides here. They ended up being $4 each after tax. The first one's Star Ocean Till the End of Time. Xenosaga Episode 3. These are all for the PS2. Final Fantasy 9. Xenosaga Episode 2. This is a limited edition. Really nice. Got a soundtrack disc inside too. All these were mint condition. They were obviously from the same person. All the maps are still intact, in great shape. Final Fantasy X. I think I have every Final Fantasy guide now except for 13, at least on the PS1 and PS2. That is. And the next thing I picked up here was at that local game store. These ended up being $8 each. The first one here is Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow for the DS. Must-have game for any collection. I really trying to work on my DS collection right now, so I need to grab all 3 of these. Phenomenal games. Next is Luminous Arc 2, Atlas title, strategy RPG. Looks really good actually. Got really good reviews too. PS2 RPG, Full Metal Alchemist 2, Square Enix game. Pretty rare one here, Atelier Iris 3, NIS RPG. You hear that? That's player 2 in the other room waking up. I'm not sure how this will go, but we'll see. Mana Kamiya 2, another NIS RPG. Really nice to find these. I've seen them in the store for quite a while now. They were just too much. I got them for half price basically. So next up, I picked up 4 Game Gear titles. The first one is The Lion King, NBA Jam Tournament Edition, Shinobi 2, and Clax. I love this game. I play it on my arcade machine all the time. Old school, kind of puzzle game made by Sega. Those were $2 each. That wasn't too bad. I picked up 1 Master System game for $1. Great Volleyball. I picked up 2 32X games, Virtua Fighter and Motocross. Those were 2 for $5. Not too bad. That's only my second and third game for the 32X. I picked up a stack of PS1 games here for $2 each. Activision Classics, pretty much all, I believe they're all 2600 games. Nice collection. Point Blank, I didn't have this one, I had part 2. Tempest X, Namco Museum Volume 1, Mortal Kombat 4. I remember this being pretty bad. I picked up a stack of original Game Boy games here, 1 Game Boy Color game here. These were $1 each. This one actually was, I think, $8, but the rest were $1 here. Conker's Pocket Tales for the Game Boy Color. This is Radar Mission, just like Battleship actually. Balloon Kid, Alleyway, Tennis. All those last 4 are actually on the eShop for the 3DS right now. Just kind of must-have OG Game Boy games. Terminator 2, the arcade game, surprisingly good game on the original Game Boy. Dandelion Opus, and Fortress of Fear, Wizards and Warriors Fortress of Fear. So for $1 each, pretty nice. Next up, I got a stack of NES games here. These ended up being $1.50 a piece, so really good price. I was pretty happy with that. Road Blasters, MTV Remote Control, old school game show, I believe, from what I remember. Super Glove Ball, Pinball, Mach Rider. This one I had never heard of, King's Knight. Apparently a pretty strange, not very good Square game for the NES. And another one I was happy to find was Arkanoid. It's amazing, every time I find NES games I have to go through and check on my database every single one, because a lot of times I'll find games that I think I had and I didn't end up having them. That's the one system it's really fuzzy. I think I'm over probably 320 NES games. That and my PS1 collection is actually my biggest. I'm at about 350 there. So those 2 systems I really have to check my database because I'm starting to forget what I have. On to the next stack here at that local game store. I picked up a ton of PSP games here. 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, I think 14 PSP games. All of these ended up being $3 each. So, well, maybe about $3.50 after tax. So some really phenomenal deals here. Yeah, I mean, at that price, I'll pick up PSP games. Any more than that, it's got to be an RPG if I'm going to pay any more than that. But I'll get to this. It's some pretty decent stuff here. Astonishia Story, Ubisoft RPG, just a standard, almost like 16-bit RPG. I believe this was on the PS1, a Japanese PS1 game, and actually two of them combined into one, and then some bonus content. So a decent little package here for $3.50. It can't really go wrong. Final Fantasy, pretty decent remake of the original with anime cutscenes and somewhat enhanced graphics. I believe some gameplay elements were changed too, but a nice little game there. This was a really nice find, Hammering Hero. Really quirky Atlas title, very Japanese. For $3.50, very nice find there. Rock Band Unplugged. I actually really enjoyed this on the PSP. It was really fun. Really impressed actually. I had a great time playing that. I have a PSP PSP Go modded. So a lot of these games I had on there that I've played through. Took a chance on this one, Steambot Chronicles, another Atlas title. Can't really go wrong buying Atlas titles in terms of collectability. Got decent reviews. I forget what kind of game this is actually. Some sort of RPG. I want to say strategy, but I know you build up your mech and stuff. I'll have to try that out. Loco Roco 2, kind of a must-have for any PSP owner. I have part 1, just picked up part 2. Hot Shots Golf, Open T2, another must-have, standard stuff for the PSP. NBA Street Showdown, this one was actually 99 cents, so I grabbed that. I played it way back when it first came out, I believe, in the first year or two. White Belt Pulse, I have Pure, just thought I'd grab the other one. Ridge Racer 6 was like many systems, a launch title. There's been a Ridge Racer that's launched for not every system, but close to it, it feels like. Good game when it first came out. Okay, so Popo Locroix. Don't know a whole lot about this. Got a decent review though. An Agitech RPG. Again, looks like 16-bit, which I love. I love playing old school 16-bit RPGs on the PSP and the DS. Two very good systems for that genre. MotorStorm Arctic Edge, phenomenal PSP game. For $3.50, could not pass that up. Great handheld title. I really enjoyed that one. Kind of an obscure one here. This is a game that I guarantee 90% of you have never even heard of. Crush by Sega. It's a really cool PSP game. Kind of Echochrome kind of game. Puzzly, but really distinct gameplay. Really cool game here. And then the last one is SSX on Tour. Played the crap out of that when it first came out. Pretty decent game, somewhat comparable to the console games. For an on-the-go game, it's really good. I'm waiting to see actually if Sony ends up doing a PSP for the Vita. If you can, they're doing it in Japan. You can use your PSP to upload, or I don't even know what you would call it, basically to be able to get your games that you have physical copies of in digital form. They are doing it in Japan. The prices vary per title that you need to pay on top of, so you need to own the game and then pay a price, and then they'll convert that to a digital copy for you through your PSP. So hopefully that'll come to North America, because I've got a nice stack of PSP games that I would like to play on the Vita. So we'll see. They've said it before and haven't come through. Last thing here, I actually did a quick dumpster dive at one of my local GameStops. I kind of got a lot of places shred their stuff. I kind of got the feeling that this place might just toss stuff in there, so I took a peek one day. It's a little strange. It was midday, so it's kind of right behind the store though, so it's not bad. I just made it look like I was throwing out garbage from my car and took a peek in. And I'm 6'4", I got a 7'6" wingspan, so I don't need to crawl into bins to grab stuff, so it worked out well. I just kind of reached over the side and grabbed this. It was either this or the Kinect. They had garbage bags full of, I could tell there was other gaming stuff, but I'm not going to root through that. Anytime I'm looking in a bin, I'm looking for to get lucky and get a standee like the LA Noir one there that I picked up, not from dumpster diving, but I've seen it happen before. It's a rare occurrence here. I've checked several times, but yeah, I just reached in and grabbed that. It'll fill up a shelf, a display downstairs. Once I get that game room going, I'm gonna have a lot of space. So um, that's it for now. Uh, yeah, I'm not sure what my next pickup video is. I think the next video you'll see from me might be a collection video. I might go through my, I think I'm going to start with my Master System collection actually, and then kind of make my way through my entire collection over the winter here while I'm not getting a whole lot of pickups. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. Please rate, subscribe. Yeah, thanks again. Later.